Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, June 4th, and today we will talk about YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, and NVDY, and their trades. Today is Tuesday, so tomorrow is declaration date. So we should know bright and early. Typically, I don't know, it gets earlier and earlier every time. So it could be anywhere from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. usually, but stay tuned for that. Hate to do it, but just a reminder, if you do enjoy this content on a daily basis, please hit the thumbs up or the like button, whatever you want to call it. Yesterday, you guys were slacking. I hit 291, and I said as long as I hit 500 per video, I will stop bugging you guys in the beginning of the video. But I guess you have no one to blame but yourselves, right? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, it does help. It it helps the algorithm supposedly, and it's kind of noticeable. I'm finally noticing that when I do have high likes, it helps the next video or the video after that or something. I don't know how YouTube works, but it seems to work, at least from what I can tell. All right, so let's get to it. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a video coming out today around 3 p.m. How to retire series. Well, how to retire on series, which I plan on making, run some numbers based on different high yield funds and how it would look if you basically invested your money into that. Right now I'm using the hypothetical of my personal situation, but I'm just going to share the calculators once I'm finished with them in my Discord, and you guys can run your own numbers. So stay tuned for MSTY. It's a little obnoxious because MSTY has been so successful, but I think you'll enjoy it. Again, just fun and entertainment. All right. Let's go to the photos. I don't think I mentioned this, but Granite shares, they're coming out with some yield boost ETFs. A lot of them they filed for, I guess, but like a QQQ yield boost ETF, SPY, small cap, biotech. I like these sector-based ones. They're pretty cool. Then they had the individual ones, so they're coming at, YieldMax hard and heavy, man. So we'll see. I don't know when they launch or anything, but we'll see how that goes. And real quick too, I just wanted to share, my average rate of return since I've been trading options on an annualized basis is 278%. So it's been working out. So I just ran some hypotheticals, what do I need? How much capital do I need to make $200,000 a year? And it comes to $71,000. So if I traded with $71,728, I could essentially make $200,000 a year. Obviously, 278% rate of return is extremely good, and I got lucky a lot of times when trading options recently, and things have been going my way, and it's not always going to be that perfect. But that's why I make a safe capital number of 3x whatever the capital came to of 215,000. So if I have 3 times the amount, then that's $215,185 that I can comfortably make $200,000 on options. I mean, maybe that's possible, maybe not, but right now I'm showing it is. So it's something I really need to think about as I continue this high yield investment journey. Currently, I'm just using a small portion of my the money that I have in my account for options, but that may have to grow as the success continues. All right, yesterday's trades. So real quick, Tesla actually went up yesterday in the beginning of the day. So since it went up, I said, I had 300 shares, so I used 100 of them and I sold one call. And I got 60 cents or $60 because 100 shares. So that was awesome. And then I realized, it's Defiance X State. So I bought some IWMY, JEPY. I did not buy QQQY. I just did not have enough money, and they're my largest position. I'm going to try to get all 3 of these up to 200 shares. QQQY, I already have 200. SPY TI, I only added 10. Obviously, I need to grow that position much more, but in due time. And then, guess what? Tesla tanked around lunchtime, right? So I sold a put. I sold a $7 put that expires June 14th. Oh, by the way, that call That call expired June 21st, right? So, kind of way out, right? Not this Friday, not next Friday, but I think the Friday after. All right, so the put I sold expired June 14th, and I got 31 cents for that per share, or $31. So again, more premium. And then guess what? Tesla kept going up, so the cost to close out the call at the top was $40. So I'm like, you know what? Well, it actually was around like $42, $43. I'm like, I'm going to put a limit, buy the close order for $40. And that way, essentially I made $20 and I got my shares back. It went through. So I made $20 and my shares aren't locked up. I got my 100 shares back. So guess what? If Tesla goes up today, I get sell calls on those shares again. And again, the reason I did that, obviously, $20 of the 60, that's a third. So that's a third of the income in the same day on an option that expires over 2 weeks out. So that's a closeout I had to do. That's a no-brainer in my opinion. Again, you'll see the rate of return when I do the end of week recap. But anyway, you guys aren't here for that, so sorry. But sometimes people do care, so I'm trying to cover some of the transactions I'm doing. So when I talk about, some of the other videos, it makes sense. All right, so who had trades yesterday? NVDY had a trade, CONY had a trade, and MSTY had a trade. And all of them of which, it looks like, there's new money coming in. So they all did a buy call, a sell put, and a sell call. So all this means is they added to the current synthetic position, and then they sold a call expiring for this Friday. So pretty simple. So, let's just take a look at the spreadsheets and see how they did. Birds are waking up. Who do we have up there? NVDY. All right, so NVDY, here's their synthetic. It's 1,130. Oh, by the way, yes, I know someone said yesterday, you sound super tired. I just don't have a voice. Again, I've been outside the entire weekend. Allergies are just killing me. I can't breathe out of my nose. And I don't know. It's just, it's that time of year. Anyway, so I apologize for the groggy voice. They added 105 contracts to their synthetic position. How much did it cost them? It's almost a wash, but the call costs more than the put, $827,000 versus $662,000. They now have 5,175 contracts to play around with, and NVIDIA is priced above their current synthetic, which again expires July 19th. However, one note we have to remember, this Friday is June 7th. June 7th is the date of the 10-for-1 split, so be alert for that. Obviously, I have to be alert because I have to make some changes on my spreadsheet. They're not going to change themselves, so... And then it'll probably come up on the Saturday version of the video. It's not, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, I think it's in the end, it's going to be a good thing for the NVIDIA stock. I think it's just going to go up. So I'm hoping the change happens at the close on Friday. That way, NVIDIA can price the strikes accordingly for that. All right, so let's look at the May tab. See how they're doing. How did NVIDIA do yesterday? NVIDIA went up 4.93%. Unfreaking believable, this stock, man. Unbelievable. It's like the new MSTR. NVIDIA went up 4.63% to $29.85. Oh, $30 almost, man. $30. I can't wait. So, but how did it do that? How did it capture so much upside? Well, they put their strikes up high, and it's amazing how that works. So let's take a look at where we stand. Well, remember, their largest position, 4,000, hold on, let me get water. 4,950 contracts. That they had a 12.15 strike price, still do. It was 9.95% out of the money at the time, but guess what? Now it's 5.65%. So they still have room. They do still have room. However, there's only 4 trading days left. So who knows what can happen, but I'm just glad they almost did, nearly 10% out of the money for this week. So I'm trying not to fault them either way. That, they did much better job than the past 2 weeks. All right, the other positions, 120 contracts. It's currently 1.3% in the money, and then 105 contracts. It's currently three. Well, oh, this is the new position. They added 105 contracts for yesterday. Again, per the trade, you'll see 105 contracts, right? So they added that new position, expires this Friday, 1185 strike, 3.04% out of the money. So, the cushion, it's okay. So far, so good. We'll see. And for that trade, by the way, they're yielding on an annualized basis 74%. Outstanding shares jumped 425,000. I did a quick comparison to see, how this fund is doing. I mean, NVDY, CONY, they're nearly catching TSLY. It's only a matter of time. 30-day IV, 44%. Outstanding shares, 19,950,000. Weekly calls, they're at a loss, 46.5 million. But we knew that because the damage was already done, so we don't need to talk about that again. So they're not making money from the weekly calls. Unfortunately, this week it looks like they may, but from prior mistakes, they're not. The money sign, they get the money face because their strikes went so far out of the money, and now they're capturing a lot of the upside on the synthetic without damaging the weekly calls, which is what I love to see. All right, payment details. As we approach the declaration date, synthetic income, 106 million. Short call loss, 46 million. Net income, 59.5 million. So that looks like it's going to be 298 total income per share, which again, I made the estimates, which I shared. I'll pin it to this video as well, but I made my estimates the other day. I don't even remember, to be honest, what I estimated in NVDY, but we'll see. Outstanding holdings, not much to talk about. Again, the orange is greater than the pink. That's what we like to see. So the synthetic is doing well. And the items in blue, you really want these price in column G. You want that to be as little as possible, but it's so early in the week that it's too tough to tell. But at least they have room. One of them's in the money, obviously, but that's a smaller position. The other ones seem to be okay at the moment, but you never know, man. NVIDIA could pop up again. Net asset value, 594.8 million. The NAV is 29.81. The trade price is 29.85. Is today the day we break 30? I hope so. All right, who else made trade? CONY. Good old CONY. Beast. Look at this. 2,100 contracts. Are you freaking kidding me? CONY had 21 contracts to add to the synthetic. 2,100. What did NVIDIA have? 105. What did MSTY have? 94. Granted, they cost more, but wow, 2,100. Love it. All right, let's go to the spreadsheet. There's the birds. All right. Sweating my ass off in the garage. Got to get like an air conditioning thing. All right, so here it is, 2,100 contracts. It almost flat. Buy call cost 5 mil. Sell put, they got 4.6 mil. So that's okay. So they now have 26,135 contracts. And currently their synthetic position is doing well. It's up 0.6%. Estimated earnings date is August 1st, 2024. All right, let's go to the May tab and see where we're at. One thing I hadn't checked yesterday is to make sure like the 26,135 total contracts is right. 26,135, okay. You never know, man. These spreadsheets can get to you and you screw something up and it messes up everything. All right, so yesterday, coin went up 2.41%. CONY went up 2.11%. All right, pretty good day, right? Let's take a look at the details, though. See how we did. Got to shrink it just right here. All right, there we go. All right, so their largest position, 24,035 contracts. That has a 235 strike. again, they opened that a little tight. They opened that 4% out of the money. Yesterday had a, what, 2% jump? So more than half of that is gone. That cushion, half of that cushion is gone. So they are now sitting 1.56% out of the money with 4 trading days in a crypto bull run. Yikes. The other position, 2,100 contracts, this is from yesterday, which is, again, it's nice to have the ability to add new contracts and choose new strike prices. Unfortunately, it's not enough to save them completely, but at least they chose a 245 strike, which is 5.88% out of the money. They probably should have went further, but either way, 5.88% on 4 trading days, that's better than 1.56%. But I mean, unfortunately, in the end, this week, we kind of need coin to slow down, to be honest, if we want, true potential yield here. If we look, the annualized yield on that move yesterday, 120%. Wow. So they could have went further out of the money, if you ask me. All right. So outstanding shares. I mean, look at that. 1 point. I mean, is that even comparable to previous? Oh, they did have a mill there, but almost 2 million additional outstanding shares. CONY is growing, man. I gotta bring that up with Jay, man. That CONY is killing it. 30-day IV, 71%. That's awesome. Awesome IV. Outstanding shares, 25.9 million. Total income from the weekly calls alone, 10.5 million. Total distribution, 41 cents. That's a penny a day. That's 0.05% yield per day. And that's an annualized yield of 19.9%. Not outstanding numbers, but good enough. Just rolling the eyes. Why? Because the tight strikes are just going to ruin the week. But we'll see. It is distribution week, so not many are going to care as much. They just want to get paid. Short call, we're just going to talk about short call income because, again, they lost money on the synthetic. But if you just look at short call income, they made 10.5 million, which is 41 cents a share. If you estimate that, a whopping 42 cents. Again, I made my estimate, so it is what it is at this point. Net asset value, well, again, it's 601.2 million. The NAV is 23.21. The trade price 23.27. So, not much to go through on the holdings and the details. With the day coming up, actually 53 million in cash. Is that enough? Who knows? But, and again, is orange greater than pink? Yes, it is. Okay, good. We can move on. All right. So that's CONY. MSTY, another beast, 94 additional contracts. We'll see what that looks like. Again, real quick, I know I didn't cover it, but again, buy call, top, sell put. Those two are the synthetic, same strike price, same expiration, same number of contracts. All right, that's adding to the synthetic. And then the bottom one, they're selling a call with those same contracts, and that expires this Friday because, again, they sell weekly calls over and over and over to generate premium in order to pay us such a high distribution. Probably should have done that in the first one, but I kind of forget. I feel like this video has been long already. I'm trying not to make these too long because I know not many people have too much time. Some watch on the way to work. Some watch with their coffee at home. Some watch when they're half asleep. Who knows? All right. God damn it. I need water. All right. So they added, here we go. I'm losing my voice completely now. They added 94 contracts to MSTY. And they paid 2.2 million for the call. They got 1.5 for the put. So it cost them about 700,000, which is okay, but whatever. Because, they're 5.68% above the synthetic. At what point will they roll it? I don't think they will because, again, it expires July 19th. They have 1,132 contracts. All right, so let's go to the May tab, see how they're doing. Wow, MSTR, what a day, man. It went up 6.75%. MSTY went up 5.47%. So great day for both. Birds are pumped. Look at this, man. Look at this. Can you believe this? I love this. I absolutely love this. You know, this makes me want to be an MSTY holder. Look at the scattered strikes all over the place. However, look at the largest position. 885 contracts, 1610 strike. Although they have 80 contracts right above, so it's about, 965 contracts with a 1610 strike. They opened that 5.61% out of the money last week. Here we are, 1.07% in the money. So, yeah. That's how this week is going. Clearly, we need MSTR to jump back down. They do have these little bitty contracts hanging around, okay? They got the 15 contracts. That's doing good. That's 1,800 strike. That's 10% out of the money still. Okay, great. And then they have 23 contracts, 1,770 strike, 8% out of the money. That's doing great. And then they have another 35. That's 1,615. And that's in the money too, 0.76%. So, all right. So they had 94 contracts yesterday. What did they do? 1,700 strike, 4.46% out of the money. I mean, 4 trading days, 1% a day. I don't know. It would jumped up 6.75% in one day. Is 1% a day enough? Not really. What did they yield on that on an annualized basis? 145%. So I feel like they're just getting a little too greedy with these strikes on MSTY, and they need to slow it down. But I don't get it, man. Come on, you're killing it. You're gonna ruin the weekly profits. All right, outstanding shares, it jumped 475,000. That's pretty good. All right, 30-day IV, 90%. Love it. Outstanding shares, 5.6 million. Total net income, there is none. There's a loss of 11.2 million, which sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, time to cry because the strikes have been blown through. Yeah, you got those little contracts helping out, but what matters is the largest position, the majority. And the majority are getting killed, so you need MSTR to go down. I know it's tough to root for that, but it is what it is. Synthetic income, 33.6 million. Short call loss, 11.2 million. That's a total net income of 22.3 million. Total income per share of 396. Good numbers overall, though. Again, with synthetic included. So, you can't go wrong. Again, I'm not going to look at the estimate because I already did the estimate. Watch the video. It's pinned to the comments. All right, how's the holdings doing? Again, the orange is greater than the pink. Win, good. And in blue, you see the top one, 965 contracts. That's the biggie, man. 6.4 million it costs right now to close. We need MSTR to go down. MSTY net asset value, 191.6 million. NAV is 33.92. Trade price 34.33. Wow. Definitely no discount there. All right, so that's Misty. Last but not least, TSLY. Then I could stop talking, thankfully. All right, TSLY has 2 synthetic positions, no trades. They're synthetic, again, the largest of the two, 32,000 contracts, 180 synthetic. They're 2.06% below that price. And then they have synthetic 175. They're doing good. They're 0.74% above that. Did I copy? Yeah, estimated earnings July 17th, 2024. I should copy to this one too. All right, so how did TSLY do yesterday? Well, I talked about it earlier, but basically it went up and then it came right back down. So you gotta love the market. Tesla ended up being 1.02% down, and TSLY only went down 0.65%. So not bad. TSLY's still at $15. By the way, is anyone talking about TSLY has been actually performing pretty damn well? It is nice to see. So again, as a YieldMax holder, I want all of them to win. So I am a fan and cheering everyone on as I cover, the funds. All right, so what do we got here? Well, we got a whole 2 strikes. let's cover the top one. The small one, 66.90 contracts, 180 strike, 2.1% out of the money. Yikes. 32,000 contracts, 182.50 strike price, 3.52% out of the money. So thankfully, Tesla went down yesterday because earlier in the day, they were blown through, right? Tesla was they got lucky, man. They got lucky. But today's a new day. Tesla could jump 5%. We'd be screwed again, but who knows? We'll see. All right. Oh, my God. Outstanding shares increased. Holy crap. This can't be right. But apparently, TSLY outstanding shares increased by 275,000. When's the last time it had an increase? May 23rd. Crazy. All right, here's the summary. 30-day IV, 47%. Nice. Outstanding shares, 44,725,000. Total net income from the weekly calls alone, 21.5 million. Total distribution, 48 cents. Total daily income, 2 cents a day. Daily yield, 0.1%. Annualized yield, 36.19%. Reaction, yeah. They're like, that's like the few. Again, I don't know what these emojis are called. I wish I had the names. I'm sure I could find it. But this is like the phew emoji because their strikes were blown through and then they got saved at lunchtime. Because whatever happened, I don't know what happened in the middle of the day, but the whole market tanked. All right, short call income, 21 million. That's 48 cents a share. Again, I don't know what my estimate is. I forget. I probably should put it on here, but either way, we'll see. They'll announce it tomorrow, so that's what we need to listen for. You don't need to listen to me. So how are we looking? Is the orange greater than the pink? Well, not really. On one it is, on one it's not, but we don't have to worry about that. They expire July 19th, so we're just going to focus on the weekly calls for this week. We'll see how it goes. Net asset value, 680.5 million. The NAV is 1522. The trade price is 1520. Okay, so that's TSLY. Now, let's go to the pre-market. And again, I know it's early, so this is kind of irrelevant. This is more for me than you guys watching at 6:30 a.m., which it's probably 7 a.m. at this point. And the chat's probably blowing up. And guess what? I'm sorry I'm not there because gym day, gym day. Office day, which means early gym day. All right, Tesla is down and the pre-market is down 0.09%. We'll see how that goes. TSLY is actually up. Wow, 0.66%. Okay, I'll take it. NVDY is down 0.64%. NVDY is down 0.3%. Coin is down 0.69%. CONY's up 0.34%. MSTR is down 1.08%. And MSTY is down 0.7%. TSLY is down 0.27%. Okay. If you guys want me to add any other funds to the pre-market recap, let me know. I could do that because it's pretty easy, and it'll just be there and sit there, and it'll be quick. Yeah, maybe I'll add TNA because I know that's one I want to trade, so I could just start tracking the price going forward. So maybe we'll do that, right? So you could do like this: add symbol, TNA, boom, and then it should just go right to the bottom. Here it is. This is a 3x movement. So you gotta love it. Small cap bull. Right now it's down 2.26%. So it's like today would be a fun day to sell puts on this. But I'm not gonna do it because it costs $3,700 around there. And that's a lot of money, and I don't have that type of money right now to be playing around with options. So that's why I'm messing around with TSLY at the moment. But this is on my radar, and I'd much rather prefer to do options on a market versus an individual stock, believe me. And this is the cheapest index leveraged ETF that I could find. All right, so anyway, that's the summary. That's the video for the day. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, like button, whatever you want to call it. And of course, as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are for fun and entertainment. hopefully a little educational at the same time. Hopefully you guys are learning. Obviously, a lot of you kind of just tune in, robotically. It's part of your mornings, and it's awesome. I love it. I appreciate it. So if you have any comments, concerns, leave them down below. I'm always up for new suggestions as far as the daily videos are concerned. You'll notice there's a live chat that's going on with these videos. And then we have a Discord. The conversation continues. So if you'd like, you could please, you could join the Discord. It's been blowing up lately. I'm not sure why. I hope they're not bots. But, we'll see. Time will tell. And, yeah, so tomorrow is declaration date for YieldMax, and we'll see what they announce. I hope it's good news. Hope it's better, higher than my estimates, to be honest. So we'll see, though. Again, I don't give my estimates based on what I want. I'm trying to give it realistically. Sometimes I'm biased, sometimes I'm not. We'll see. But yeah, so anyway, I'm done. I'm done yapping. I ran out of voice. It's time to get ready. I got to get to work, get to the gym, and then go from there. So I got to remember a keyword for today. And what is today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, I got nothing, man. I got nothing. But how about we do freaking Misty? We've been saying freaking NVDY, freaking Misty. Man, those strikes, I don't know, man. So today's keyword, all that means is if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say friggin' Misty in the comments down below. All right, guys, that's all I got. Now, let me go, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Later.